Hi there, my name is Stephanie Mann. I'm one of the assistant principals here at Monarch High School. And I'm going to take a little bit of time to tell you about our academic supports here at Monarch. And then I'm going to turn it over to Linda Hubbard, who's also one of our assistant principals. And she's going to talk a little bit about our programming as far as student supports. So our largest student support is our universal instruction strategies that we use within the classroom, and all of our teachers are trained in them. We call these Tier 1 academic supports, and these are used to build upon our students' initial knowledge when they enter the classroom, and then when they see holes or gaps or areas for support, they use instructional strategies to support those students within the classroom. All students use that, and it is part of our strong instructional core. The other thing that's really big here at Monarch High School is our AP classes. We offer a variety of AP classes. We do understand that they are college level classes, so we offer supports for students as they travel through some of these classes. Students can access their teachers during office hours to get additional support. Students will also have the ability to access their teachers during access time, which we run every single day. Currently, during our remote learning, it's Tuesday through Friday, 3:10 to 4. And then there's also additional supports online as far as we have online tutoring through Rev Prime that students are able to access, and they can get any kind of tutoring in all subject areas. And then the other thing that our teachers do for AP students is they hold study sessions in the spring right before that AP exam if your student chooses to take the AP exam or not. So you can always reach out to an AP teacher to talk through some of that. We also use our National Honor Society students for tutoring if you would prefer in-person tutoring or a kid that they may know in the school. During access time, I had mentioned it before, that is what we use after school, and it's a time that any student can get additional support from their teachers. Currently in our virtual environment, it's kind of like an open office hours from 3:10 to 4, and this is an area where teachers can provide the additional one-on-one support. And then it's also a time when those National Honor Society students are available to students for tutoring. I'm going to talk a little bit about counseling, but I would encourage you to pop into their session and talk to them directly. But they are here to support our students, both on their personal and social academic career journeys here. You can make an appointment virtually while we're in remote learning, and then when we're in the building, a student can pop in at any time. Our counselors are also our case managers for 504 plans. So if your student is currently on a 504, they will be transitioned over to a counselor, and then they meet once a year and go over those plans. Especially if you're an 8th grader coming in, we want to make sure that the plan that's in place is appropriate for high school. So please refer to this PowerPoint that goes with this so you can click on your counselor's name. They do go by last name, so that you can reach out about questions you may have. And then another piece that we have, if our universal supports are not connecting with students, or we just see that there's a little bit more struggle or just some support that needs, we do have a student support team that is usually a student can be referred in multiple ways. So a teacher can refer if they see a student is struggling in a class, a counselor can refer, a parent can refer. And basically what that is we look at the interventions that are already going on, so some of those Tier 1 interventions, but then we also look at what additional supports can we do. So we look at what's happening within the classroom. Is this merely distractions? Is there particular areas that a student is struggling with? And then we can put in different interventions to see if they work and create an individual plan for that student for support. Please note that this is very different from an IEP or a 504. It's just additional supports that are more focused on a student. I'm now going to turn it over to Linda Hubbard. She's one of our other assistant principals, and she's going to give you a little bit more information about some of the programming we have that goes beyond some of our basic supports. So that's going to include special education. It's going to include English language learners and English as a second language. And it's also going to include our talented and gifted program. So thank you so much, and please don't hesitate to reach out and refer back to this presentation.
Hi, I'm Linda Hubbard, and I'm one of the assistant principals at Monarch High School. Stephanie has provided you some background on the different interventions and supports available to all Monarch students. In addition to these supports and interventions, Monarch has specific programming for students that are supported by a plan, such as an IEP, a 504 plan. They might receive support regarding ELD or TAG, our Talented and Gifted program. If a student is receiving special education services, they are followed by a case manager that works with a specific program, such as our Intensive Center for Affective Needs, our Intensive Learning Center, or a resource level program. Students are typically scheduled into an academic support class that provides a targeted intervention based on the student's disability area. This could be a reading-writing intervention, a math intervention, which could include transitions to algebra curriculum, or it could be our executive functioning curriculum as well. Students also might receive additional support depending on their individualized education plan through a social worker, our school psychologist, our speech language pathologist, or occupational therapists as well. Our English language development program supports students who are emerging bilinguals. This is coordinated through Connie Williams, our ELD coordinator, who works with our staff in supporting emerging bilinguals by instructional strategies and working with our teachers on how to best support them in the classroom. Our Talented and Gifted program supports TAG students by designing advanced and accelerated programs so that they are challenged and meet their potential. Our TAG coordinator is Heidi Miller. Please review the supplemental presentation included in our Thing link for additional information regarding these specific programs. And do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions on how these programs best meet your students' needs. Thank you and have a great night.